Jim Box, who was a land developer that I met in 1975, was chair of the Harris-Galveston Subsidence District for like 20 years. Subsidence had become a terrible issue that had resulted in the creation of the Subsidence District, and it had started basically requiring conversion in Galveston and southeast Harris County and moved west. And by the late 90s, it was clear that the West Harris County area that encompasses the current district would be required to convert. And so the planning started on how do we do that. And a nonprofit corporation was created to study a conversion. The two players from what is now ABHR were Jim Boone and Alex Garcia, who were the leaders of the ABHR team in those early years of the nonprofit. The North Harris County Regional Water Authority had been created years before, and let's just say kindly had been beset with many controversies. So when we started talking about creating a district in the West, there was a lot of resistance among the MUDs because they had all watched what had happened in North Harris County. So the most important thing that I did personally was suggest, let's let the MUDs elect the board of directors of the Water Authority. Well, once we did that, we drew districts that encompass multiple MUDs, so each of those areas got to elect a director. The anti-district sentiment went away because they said, okay, we know we have to do this, and there's no way we can individually negotiate a contract with the city of Houston. So in 2001, Trey Larry, who's also a partner in ABHR, and I, who worked the legislative side for ABHR, got the legislation written and then went to Austin and got it passed. Bill Caligari was the House sponsor, Senator John Lindsay was the Senate sponsor. I don't remember that we had any particular great controversy over this district compared to any other district we got created. I mean, it's always a challenge to work the legislature, but I don't think we had any particular opposition to getting the district created. The next time I really got involved was when we started negotiating the contract between the city of Houston, North Harris County, the Central District, and then later North Fort Bend Regional Water Authority. And that contract negotiation lasted forever, went on for years, because it's a very complex deal. As you know, this is a massive project that starts at the Trinity River and goes all the way to Katy. I don't know what that is, 100 miles. Negotiating that contract was very difficult. Having 4 districts in the room with 4 different set of lawyers. City's got a set of lawyers. Everybody's got an engineer. Everybody's got an opinion. It took a long time to work through that. I'd say that was the most difficult part of the entire transaction, was getting that contract with the city negotiated. And since the city owns all the surface water in the region, there was really no other alternative. Everybody had looked for alternatives and there were none. I mean, they had all the water, so guess who you're going to do business with? Once the district got up and running, then Jim and Alex took care of the district, and only if some unusual circumstance came up did I get involved. The Subsidence District had a short time fuse on the conversion date from the west. the last thing I did in 2012 before I retired was to go to the Subsidence District and say, guys, here's where we are. We have an agreement. Everybody is moving forward with the engineering and permitting and all these things as fast as we can, but we got to push the deadline off so we have time to actually get it done. And by that point, all the districts and the city had credibility with the Subsidence District that we were acting in good faith and moving forward, so they pushed back the date. And then I retired, and then the whole project has been under design and construction since 2012, and I think will be completely finished by maybe 2027.